Hi, welcome to Wake Up and Go this morning. So no props needed as usual, coming to start at the top of your mat. So feet hips width apart and allowing the eyes to close, maybe letting the arms come down by the side of the body, palms facing forward today. And as you inhale, breathing into that space that you're creating in the front of the body, noticing as the arms face forward, how that maybe creates a bit of space through the shoulders. Seeing if you can expand through the front of the body, but also tucking the lower ribs in so you're not arching through the lower back. And seeing if you can breathe into that space, grounding down through the feet, lifting up through the crown of the head, standing tall in this position. Taking a couple of inhales and exhales. You can exhale through the mouth if you want, helping to release from the day. As you inhale, reaching out to the sides, opening the eyes, arms come up overhead, and hands come to prayer in front of the chest. Getting a sense of pressing the hands together, opening up through the chest. On your next inhale, bending the knees, reaching the arms forward, lowering down, chair pose. Oops. I'm a bit close to my wall here. Checking the toes are not beyond the knees are not beyond the toes. Reaching up with the hands, tucking in the lower ribs, lengthening through the back. And then exhaling, releasing, forward fold. As you inhale, drawing the spine long, halfway lift. So in your forward folds, don't worry about having to have the legs straight. You can bend them. If that feels better, you can let the arms dangle, releasing into forward fold. And then bending through the knees, hands planted firmly down, stepping back into your plank, coming through your version of chaturanga. So maybe you bring the knees down, lowering to cobra, or maybe you'd like to take full chaturanga if you're feeling warm and ready this morning. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra, and exhaling, downward facing dog. So first downward dog of the day, maybe you'd like to take a pedal through the feet. You can bend through the knees, really pressing down through the hands, opening up and lengthening through the spine. Letting the head be heavy, maybe a little shake of the head or a little nod. On your next inhale, rising up onto the toes and stepping the right foot forward in between the hands, lowering down the back knee. You can keep toes untucked or tucked here. Inhale, rising up, low lunge, arms reach up overhead. And you can really open the chest to the sky if you want as well, taking a little back bend, it's up to you. Exhaling, hands by the feet, and lifting up the back knee and stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhaling up onto the toes, coming forward with the left foot this time, lowering down the back knee, rising up as you inhale, low lunge. Option to open up the chest as before if you like. Bringing the gaze upwards, opening up the chest to the sky. Exhaling, hands by the feet and back into downward facing dog, lifting the knee and tucking the toes. On your next inhale, stepping, walking or floating, coming to meet in halfway lift at the top of the mat. Exhaling to release into forward fold. Inhaling, taking a little bend through the knees, slowly rolling up to stand. And then opening out, a little shake when you get there. On your next inhale, bending through the knees, arms come forward, chair pose. Sinking down low, reaching forwards with the hands actively. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, finding length through the spine. Exhaling, hands by the feet, and stepping back into plank, coming through your version of chaturanga when you're ready. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra, and exhaling, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, rising up onto the toes, right foot forward in between the hand. Option to come into high lunge this time, so keeping the back knee lifted. You can take low lunge if you prefer, and lifting up, arms reach high. As you exhale, opening the arms, cactus, taking a lion's breath. Hands by the feet, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, rising up onto the toes, left foot forward in between the hands. So grounding through that front heel if you're taking your rise up into high lunge, lifting up tall. And then exhale, cactus, lion's breath. Hands by the feet, stepping back, downward facing dog. So really getting a feeling of grounding down through the hands, through the feet, and the hips lifting up high. Inhale up onto the toes, step, walk, float, coming to me in halfway lift at the top of your mat. Exhaling, forward fold, taking the feet a little bit wider to the edges of the mat. And then coming into a ragdoll, so one hand inside of each elbow. You can take a little sway side to side. Releasing through the hands, hands come down to the ground, and then bringing the heels in a bit, keeping the toes out, and rising up from here into your halfway, and then lowering down into your squat. So coming into your Malasana Squat. So you can be up on the toes here if that's easier. You can have hands to the ground. One more breath here, drawing the chest forward to meet the hands. And then hands come behind the body. And a little windscreen wipe through the legs. Coming to sit down in a cross-legged position. Hand on each knee, inhale, drawing tall. As you exhale, left hand comes to right knee, right hand behind the body, opening up into your twist. Inhaling back to center. And exhaling other side, right hand, left knee, left hand behind the body, opening up. Inhaling, back to center, allowing the eyes to close, hand on each knee, noticing how the body maybe feels different, how it feels more open. Breathing into that space. Feel free to stay here for a couple more minutes in your resting pose at the end of class, getting ready for the rest of the day. Thank you for joining me for this short flow, and hope to see you again soon. Namaste.